Hey, Warren Eckstein here. Are you living with a shy dog or perhaps a fearful dog? You know, many of my listeners and viewers around the country and Canada are incredible people. They've adopted their dogs, they've rescued their dogs off the streets or many different situations, taken them out of hoarding situations. And when they bring them home, what they notice is certain behaviors which are indicative of a shy or fearful dog. The bottom line is they can all be resolved, but here are some of the signs you should look for. These are signs that your dog may be shy or fearful. Yawning, yawning is normal for a dog. Dogs yawn when they're relaxed. Dogs yawn when they're bored. Dogs yawn when they don't want to respond to you. But also dogs yawn when they're nervous. Those yawns are a little bit different. They're quicker, and sometimes the dog's body will tense up. So if you notice that, it might be indicative of your dog actually being a little shy or fearful. Also, pin back ears. When the ears go back, dog is stressed or apprehensive. Take that into consideration. I always tell people to take a couple of moments when they notice those type of changes in their dog and look around and try to figure out what may be causing it. The best way to resolve a problem is to find the cause of the problem. So if you notice your dog's pinning his ears back, check out at that moment what's going on. We always know that shaking could be a problem as well. Shaking is kind of an indication of a high level of anxiety. So if you notice your dog is really shaking, you need to take some type of action right away. Also, the tail between the legs. We know the tail between the legs is generally a sign of submission or fear. So take that into consideration as well and react accordingly. Now, a dog crouching, crouching is normal, that play position. But if the head is down, the tail between the legs, and you hear some high level growling, that's also a possibility of stress or fear. And sometimes it gets so bad where your dog can't contain their urine and actually urinating. But here's the bottom line. You often hear me say this, and I've been saying it for well over 45 years. The eyes are the mirror to the soul. I look at my dog's eyes every single day, and I notice changes in the way their eyes look if they're not feeling well, or maybe if they're a little anxious. So if you look in your dog's eyes every day and you know what the normal eyes look like, if you really know your dog as well as you think you know your dog, you can see that fear in the eyes. So with all that said, what can you do to help resolve that shy or fearful dog? Gradual. Some people force it, and it's called flooding the dog with information. Gradually socialize your dog to things that may make them afraid. For example, I get a lot of people who call up when their dog may be afraid of, let's say, for example, a vacuum cleaner. So what do? I tell them to take out the vacuum cleaner, put it to the side and don't use it. Make a recording. Everyone has a computer or a phone now. Make a recording of what the vacuum cleaner sounds like and play it at a volume that's barely audible for the dog when you're sitting around petting him and he's not reacting to it. And over a period of time, you can increase it gradually. This is called counter conditioning. What we're doing is taking something the dog may be fearful of or shy about and now turning it into something positive. Listen, I know you guys are amazing, and I know the numbers of dogs you guys rescue. I go through this myself. But the bottom line is this. If you can notice that your dog is shy or fearful, and you take the right actions, you can resolve any issues they may be having. And let me tell you, once those shy dogs and fearful dogs have built up their confidence, you're going to have the best relationship in the world. I'm Warren Eckstein. Never miss the pet show.